Today we're breaking down Skirk, the abyssal queen of hydro DPS. Her elemental skill, Serpent's Subtlety, dashes forward and drops void rifts. Think hydro landmines. Collecting these rifts gives Skirk stacks, powering up her attacks and forcing you to stay mobile. Her playstyle is all about movement and positioning. No brainless button mashing here. Her elemental burst, 7-phase flash, infuses her attacks with hydro and scales directly with those void rift stacks. The more stacks, the more devastating her slashes. She shreds through enemies in seconds. Passive talents: one gives energy when you collect rifts, so her burst is always ready. Another boosts her damage if you run hydro and cryo teammates, perfect for freeze or vaporized teams. Skirk's kit is all about synergy: collect rifts, stack buffs, and unleash chaos. Ignore her mechanics, and you're missing out on her true potential. Master the rift dance and you'll see why she's a top-tier carry. That's the foundation. Let's get into building her right. Building Skirk starts with talent priorities. First, max her elemental burst. This is where her main damage comes from. Next, level her elemental skill for more rift and dash damage. Her normal attack talent is last, it barely boosts her infused attacks. For weapons, Abyssal Fin is her best massive crit damage and perfect synergy with her kit. No signature? Primordial Jade Cutter and Miss Splitter Reforged are top alternatives for crit stats and elemental bonuses. 4-star picks: the Black Sword, Battle Pass, for crit rate and healing, or Finale of the Deep Craftable for attack percent. Blackcliff Longsword is solid for crit damage, especially in multi-target fights. Artifact sets: Marechaussee Hunter is best if you have Furina, huge crit rate from HP changes. No Furina? Heart of Depth is a strong, consistent hydro DPS set. Main stats: attack percent Sands, hydro damage Goblet, crit rate or crit damage Circlet, balance for a 1-2 crit ratio. Prioritize crit stats, then attack percent and enough energy recharge to burst on cooldown. Let's recap Skirk's weapon choices. Abyssal Fin is her top pick. Crit damage and rift synergy. Jade Cutter and Miss Splitter are excellent 5-star alternatives for crit stats and elemental bonuses. The Black Sword is the best 4-star, offering crit rate and healing. Finale of the Deep is a great free-to-play option for attack percent. Blackcliff Longsword works for crit damage, especially in mob content. Always pick a weapon with crit rate or crit damage to balance her stats. Build your artifacts around your weapon choice for optimal results. Artifacts make or break Skirk's damage. Marechaussee Hunter is her best set with Furina, massive crit rate from HP changes. Without Furina, Heart of Depth is reliable for hydro DPS. Main stats: attack percent Sands, hydro damage Goblet, crit rate or crit damage Circlet. Always aim for a 1-2 crit rate to crit damage ratio. Substats: prioritize crit rate, crit damage, then attack percent and energy recharge. You want at least 130% energy recharge for smooth rotations. Don't bother with flat stats unless you have no better options. The right artifacts turn Skirk from good to unstoppable. Focus on those crit rolls and you'll see the difference. Team comps are key for Skirk's peak performance. Top meta Skirk, Furina, Kazuha, and Rosaria or Zhongli. Insane buffs, grouping, and freeze or shield utility. F2P team: Skirk, Xingqiu, Kaya, Sucrose, great hydro cryo synergy and crowd control. Premium rotation: shield with Zhongli, buff and drain HP with Furina, group with Kazuha, then dash and burst with Skirk, collect rifts, stack buffs and unleash her burst for max damage. Always set up buffs and debuffs before Skirk takes the field. Experiment with vaporized teams using Bennett and Xiangling if you prefer. The core loop setup supports: collect rifts, burst, and destroy everything. Adapt to your roster, but always play around her rift mechanic. Master her teams and rotations, and Skirk will carry you through any content.